So we've been doing a lot of talking, or I don't know why I'm saying we, me, myself, and I. I've been doing a lot of talking this week on here, and so today I want to make sure that we have a chance to do some meditation. So I have a new drum that I want to, hey Nick, that I want to introduce. I'm getting ready to drop it off today. Some of you may have seen it recently on some of my posts. It's the Ouroboros drum, and I'm super excited to share that with you all. So I'm gonna do a drumming with that today. So that's this drum here. So I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, so this is a 12-inch mule deer with art on the frame, and then has a handle basically that works like this. The thumb comes here, right? So that was the lacing that I did, and then the actual hide, the mule deer hide, has been dyed in coffee for a couple of days. So you get that nice sort of patina to it, as opposed to, which I love the natural mule deer, but it just comes out really beautiful when you do it that way. So we're gonna do a meditation with that. I also wanted to show you guys another commission that I just finished up. It's drying, so I can't play it, but you can see it. There's some really interesting sort of detailings on here. And so once it's dry, it'll look really amazing. But the thing that I love about it the most is how the handle turned out. So I'm starting to incorporate antlers into small antler sheds into the handles. And so how they work, basically, a lot of times, is that this piece ends up being a nice rest for your thumb. And then I make space for the fingers, and it just makes a really nice, easy handle. This is a 14-inch drum, and the frame has been painted sort of this copper color, and then I'm gonna do some art on the front of it when it's dry. So that's for, I'm really excited about that. That one's for a shop in town that I'm doing a partnership with. So anyways, so let's just begin by closing the eyes. Let's just connect here. So we'll close the eyes and withdraw the senses, bringing the attention within the right side of the heart. And we'll call in and on our ancestors and our guides, those that are working for our highest and best. And call in all 7 of the directions: east, south, west, north, above, below, and within. And we'll call in all of the elements: earth, air, water, fire, ice, and ether. And then we'll call in the distance Reiki energy. So just taking a few moments to connect with the breath. If there's any gratitudes, appreciations that are coming up, bringing attention to those. So I'm hearing to dive right into the drumming, because we haven't drummed as much this week on here, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. So this is a smaller drum. This is a 12-inch drum, so I'll be interested to see how the sound of this translates. I haven't played a 12-inch on here, I don't think, in a while, so I want you to use this drumming for whatever it is that you need. So I'm hearing clearing, cleansing, releasing, utilizing it for energetic hygiene. So, yeah. So if you just want to find that comfortable seat or lay down on the ground, whatever feels good to you. So just taking a few minutes to allow the resonance of the drum to resonate through your blood and through your bones, through your nervous system, your organs, and your glands. To bring to the forefront, where is it that we are sacrificing the potential of what is possible in the present moment by being bound by something from the past? Where is there something that we can, or are hearing, or feeling, or knowing that we could surrender, that we could accept, that we could take full and complete responsibility for? Something that keeps arising and perhaps is standing in the way of us expressing our fullest potential. Whatever it is that is arising into the mind right now, without overthinking, without trying to figure it out, without trying to unravel it, just witnessing what shows up with that prompting. I want you to if it feels authentic to you, of course, tap into this feeling of loving and accepting yourself fully and completely, exactly as you are, exactly where you are. There are places where we feel powerless. Circumstances outside of our control, experiences that we have passed through that perhaps feel powerfully justified in feeling disempowered or victimized in some way. And I encourage each and every one of us, myself included, to wrap whatever it is that is coming to your mind in this moment around this, wrap it in light, wrap it in surrender, wrap it in release, and keep offering it up. Keep offering it up upon the altar of your heart until there's nothing left to offer. And this could take days, this could take weeks, this could take months, this could take years. But each and every time, whatever this is, that it keeps arising into your consciousness, haunting. When I think of being haunted, that is what comes to mind. Those things that revisit us over and over and over again and won't let us rest, won't let us go. Whether it's that we don't understand it, we are striving or struggling to come into right relationship with it, and no matter what direction we come from, it still remains. These are often the things that end up being our most powerful teachers. They polish us. They teach us how to be strong. They inspire incredible things. And the more I find that I am able to offer whatever these things are that I find continuously showing up over and over again, the more I offer them up and surrender to trusting my path, that these things have shown up for a reason, and that I don't need to know why, and I don't need to figure it out, and I don't need to reconcile it, but instead just continue to surrender it. And return to a place of loving and accepting myself exactly as I am. So I encourage you to do the same. See if you can breathe into that place, beyond the perceived confines of this life, beyond the perceived limitations of the physical body, identification with our roles and responsibilities, and breathe into a space that is so far beyond that, into the place where we are powerful beyond measure, we are ageless, we are timeless, we are expansive, omnipresent. We are universal life force energy, having a human experience. So just taking a couple of more breaths with anything that's arising for you around that. Good. Seeing, sensing, feeling that we are resting in a space within ourselves that is fully grounded, connected, expansive, protected. Setting any intentions that you have for your day today. And then as you're ready, you're welcome to maybe rub the hands together, the palms of the hands, create a little heat, little friction. Start to breathe into the physical body once again. Hover the hands over the eyes. Take a deep inhale, maybe stretch. Good. So I've been hearing over the last couple of days and I feel like this is really pertinent here. Of course, if you have questions, comments, anything at all here, please feel free to ask or comment or whatever it is, make a request. I love that. So, I keep hearing about crow. So it keeps showing up in like the last few days. And so I'm going to go ahead and share, as I have been. I probably need to get some new books, huh? Anyways, but these are the books I've been working with for years. These are like my medicine companions or my teachers. So this is the medicine card book from Jamie Sams. I love her teachings. I think they're really beautiful. And this is the teaching about the crow. And crow is all about law. So I'm going to read from this. There's a medicine story that tells of Crow's fascination with her own shadow. She kept looking at it, scratching it, pecking at it, until her shadow woke up and became alive. Then Crow's shadow ate her. Crow is dead. Crow now. So Crow is dead Crow now. Dead Crow is the left-handed guardian. If you look deeply into Crow's eyes, you will have found the gateway to the supernatural. Crow knows the unknowable mysteries of creation and is the keeper of all sacred law. Since Crow is the keeper of sacred law, Crow can bend the laws of the physical universe and shapeshift. This ability is rare and unique. Few adepts exist in today's world, and however still have masters, and even fewer have mastered Crow's art of shapeshifting. This art includes doubling or being in two places at one time consciously, taking on another physical form and becoming the fly on the wall to observe what is happening far away. Europeans that came to Turtle Island, or the Americas, named the boat people by Slow Turtle. Even with the knowledge of alchemy possessed by certain boat people, none had ever seen the powerful shape-shifting of shamans who utilized crow medicine. Many boat people were frightened by what appeared to be animals coming into their camps or dwellings to discern their medicine. Crow medicine people are masters of illusion. All sacred texts are under the protection of Crow. Creator's Book of Laws or Book of Seals is bound in crow feathers. Crow feathers tell of spirit made flesh. Crow is also the protector of the Ogala or ancient records. The sacred law belts or wampum belts beaded by native women long before the boat people or Europeans came to this continent contains knowledge of the Great Spirit's laws and are kept in the black lodges, the lodges of women. The law which states that all things are born of women is signified by Crow. Children are taught to behave according to the rules of a particular culture. Most orthodox religious systems create a mandate concerning acceptable behavior within the context of worldly affairs. Do this and so, and you will go to heaven. Do thus and so, and you will go to hell. Different formulas for salvation are demanded by each true faith. Human law is not the same as sacred law. More so than any other medicine, Crow sees that the physical world and even the spiritual world, as humanity interprets them, are an illusion. There are billions of worlds. There are an infinite number of creatures. Great Spirit is within all. If an individual obeys Crow's perfect laws as given by the Creator, then at death he or she dies a good medicine death, going on to the next incarnation with a clear memory of his or her past. Crow is an omen of change. Crow lives in the void and has no sense of time. The ancient chiefs tell us that Crow sees simultaneously the three fates, past, present, and future. Crow merges light and darkness, seeing both inner and outer reality. If Crow medicine appears to us, we must pause and reflect on how we see laws of Great Spirit in reflection to the laws of humanity. Crow medicine signifies a first-hand knowledge of a higher order of right and wrong than indicated by the laws created in human culture. With Crow medicine, you speak in a powerful voice when addressing issues that for you seem out of harmony, out of balance, and out of whack or unjust. Remember that Crow looks at the world first with one eye and then with the other, cross-eyed. In the Mayan culture, cross-eyed had the privilege and duty of looking into the future. You must put aside your fear of being a voice in the wilderness and call the shots as you see them. As you learn to allow your personal integrity to be your guide, your sense of feeling alone will vanish. Your personal will can then emerge so that you will stand in your truth. The prime path of true Crow people says to be mindful of your opinions and actions, be willing to walk your talk, speak your truth, know your life's mission and balance past, present, and future in the now. Shape-shift the old reality and become your future self. Allow the bending of physical laws to aid in creating the shape-shifting world of peace. So I just wanted to share that because it keeps showing up, and I keep hearing to talk about Crow and bring some attention. And so anyways, reflecting on that, and I feel like it is in alignment very much so with the meditation that we did, with this idea of surrendering. I think that, I know for me, I definitely have things in my life that show up over and over and over and over again, and have throughout my life these themes that I have yet to reconcile within myself and bring me back to a place of questioning and surrender, and can sometimes bring me to my knees in confusion and questioning and wanting to figure it out, and looking back on past actions and wondering if I did the right, like this whole, like, it's like I'm in a wave, underneath the water, tumbling, and like have no idea which way is up. And I find, and these are often, at least in my experience, big subjects. They're not just like little, they're big enough to have our attention, to have a deep presence in our life, whether we share that with people or not. And oftentimes I feel like people carry it very quietly and hold them very close. And so anyways, learning to come into right relationship with these aspects that are teaching us and shaping us and polishing us are just really powerful, but can be very, very uncomfortable to work with. And so I feel like meditating on Crow medicine and looking at sacred law, divine law, universal law, as opposed to, again, the confines and the agreements of, material world law, really helps us to expand beyond some of those confining feelings and open ourselves up to the larger themes and teachings that are coming for us from these pieces that continue to revisit us through our lives. So anyways, that's just what was showing up for me this morning. I hope everybody is having a beautiful Friday morning. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I'm continuing to create drums, and I'm just having so much fun with that, and looking forward to when we can all actually come together in the physical and drum. That's going to be just something so amazing when the time comes, So anyways, if you're feeling called to the drums and you would like a custom drum made for you, please reach out. I'm happy to have a conversation or to just communicate back and forth about what it is that you're looking for and how I can be of service in that way. I'm continuing to do healing and Reiki and private yoga sessions by donation right now. I've got some plans for some things that are coming up that are sort of percolating under the surface right now, so I'm excited to watch how those unfold, and I'll be keeping you in the loop on that. Please check out my website and the new blog post I just posted. I've been getting some really great feedback on it about the introduction of working with your intuition. I think that there's some interesting and good information there, and I'm really interested to hear from all of you about how it sits within your own experience and what's showing up for you. There's some journaling prompts in there for you. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. It's a new way for me to share this information in a way that our current culture, or not culture, but our current environment, I should say, has really inspired me to find ways to share information with people that's beyond face to face, right? So it's really pushed me out of my comfort zone and offered me opportunities to do things like this, as well as writing and developing those pieces. So I'd love to hear from you. All right, well, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to seeing you Monday at the same time at 8:30. Okay, I'll see you all soon.